Well, to the locals, it's still and will always be Heinz Field. But for the rest of us, we're along the north shore of the Allegheny and Ohio rivers at Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Ball is teed up. Chris Boswell to do the honors. And we're underway from Pittsburgh. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. A give to Tracy up the middle. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this second down. From the 32. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. That's gonna leave him with a tough 3rd and long. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Bronk. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Gets this to Johnson. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Shotgun snap, a gift to Tracy. And he gets it past the 50 and down to the Steelers' side of the field. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
This one falls incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. On the handoff, this is Tracy. And he's brought down for a loss.
It's after plays like these, Kate, I love to study the body language. What is that offense doing after getting stuffed inside on a run like that? And more importantly, how much does it energize that defense?
Looks like they will indeed try it. 4th and 2. Here's a throw. Oh, shouldn't let that one go. It's intercepted. Minka Fitzpatrick has got it. Into the red zone. And he's going to go. It's a big 6. So we start our game off with a touchdown, Brock, but not on the side of the scoreboard that we were expecting.
Yeah, first drive on defense, the goal is to get off the field, maybe even flip the field with field position, but to score points yourself, that's not something they honestly considered too much. That is until he started that return, baby, and they saw things lining up perfectly for it to happen.
That one right down the middle. And the Steelers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Trying the right side with Tracy. He'll cobble together a yard there. Tackled by the venerable Cameron Hayward. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. Looking for a throw here. Catch made, Tyrone Tracy. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Trying for the deep ball. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Kicked off by Joey Porter Jr. And the Steelers are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Right, you watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick six. Yeah, it stinks for the offense, but that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2. Here's Johnson again. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. And even 20 yards on the play, and it awards them with a 1st and goal.
Kate, that's the type of run that shines the light well on him as a runner, of course, but you got to give a lot of credit to everybody else. Those skill guys, when you have an outside run, they got to do their job. Not just the big boys up front, not just the running backs. That takes everyone on the perimeter blocking to get a big run like that.
They'll run with Johnson. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. It's a gain of 2 on the play. Still some work to do on 2nd and goal.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Now looking to throw with Rodgers. Has it down close. And that's a Pittsburgh touchdown. So a touchdown on the board for them, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
Boswell gets that point after to go. And the Steelers drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Now Boswell on to send this away. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. A handoff to Tracy. And he gets him around 6 there. Patrick Queen ranging in for the tackle. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
Here's Tracy once more. And the push forward doesn't get beyond the line. Peyton Wilson getting there for the stop. They'll need 4 to convert now after no gain on 2nd down.
As As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
The tight end going in motion right. From the gun on third down. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. It's a pickup of 11. And the Giants will have a first down. New set of downs for him at the 38. To throw it on first down. Oh no, they get him yet again. Picked up by Peyton Wilson. And the Steelers take over as they intercept it for the third time in just our opening quarter. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
From the shotgun, Rodgers. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
They kick the running back in motion. Rodgers throwing on third down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of fourth down. On fourth down, the Steelers are going to turn to Cameron Johnston to punt this away. And he's got a good chance to really stick him deep his first time out. He was only needed twice in last week's win, and he gets this one away. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. That's the end of our first quarter. 3 more to go still on Monday night. It's a 2-score game early. More from Acrisure Stadium after the break. Welcome back. We'll begin this second quarter with the Giants in possession. They'll have it here after forcing that punt to end the first. Into the hands of Neighbors. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Patrick Queen arranging in for the tackle.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Let's go.
From the 26 on second down. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Throwing on third and long. Short pass brought in. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And it's good enough for a New York first down. They're set up at the 35 now. Throwing it again here. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. Second down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Second and 10 now. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. It's a pickup of 26. And the Giants will have a first down.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Ready?
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Still sticking with the passing game. Pass cut by Tracy. And they make the stop. We're going to say it about the 37-yard line.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Second down now, 7 to go.
Here we go, set.
Sending the tight end in motion left.
Go.
From the 37. A throw left side finds Johnson. And he's out of bounds, just short of the 30.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Chased out to his right. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. Has room down the left sideline. And he takes this one back for the pick six. Rookie quarterback Brock threw it away their last drive. It seemed like he might have been trying to do too much to make up for that mistake, and instead things snowball.
Yeah, these are the valuable lessons you have to learn from. You cannot be a mistake repeater. But being a rookie quarterback at App State, he threw 28 of them his rookie year. Sometimes you just learn on the job, but you cannot repeat those kind of mistakes.
Point after up and good from Boswell. And the Steelers stretch their lead to 21. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. They'll get this drive started. First and 10.
Here we go.
From the gun, it's Tracy. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Pretty obvious, this defense, man, they need more people around the line of scrimmage. But the minute you do that, Kate, start opening up those throwing lanes. This is how balance takes apart a defense.
First and 10 from the 41.
Let's go now.
They're going play action. Has his man, it's Tracy. And he's going to be touched down a yard shy of that marker.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Hyatt going to motion over left. Second and 1. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. Malik Neighbors, the one he was throwing for. But still plenty of options left on third and short.
Oh, that drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch. I will say, keep that one in mind. They could revisit that play in the future.
Staying between the tackles with Tracy. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. 3 yards there and enough to move the chains.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
Football on that 47-yard line. First down. Throwing off the play fake here. Flushed out of the pocket. He's going to keep it this time. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
That's just a case where you're trying to make something when there really is nothing there. There just wasn't an opening for him to work with, and he was lucky to get what he could.
Let's go.
From the 44 here on second down. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
To the air, 3rd and long. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's taken down at the 30. They gain 14 on the play. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
Every time I see one of those angle routes, I think back to my day 1 install. Rookie minicamp in the NFL. Texas, angle route. 49ers of the 80s, they were making hay with it then, and the running back's still doing it to this day.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Completed to his running back. And that's good for a gain of 5. Deshaun Elliott with that tackle.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. But one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion.
And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. It's the 2-minute warning now from Acrisure. It's the Giants looking at 3rd and 12. They motion a receiver left.
Go.
They'll throw on 3rd and long. And they pick him off again. Patrick Queen in to pick it off. And the Steelers take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. Oh, man, Brock, those other leaders on that sideline, they've got to sit him down and calm him down. 3 consecutive drives now where he's thrown an interception.
Yeah, this defense is just all over him. Seeing every throw, anticipating these routes before they're even run. When he's dropping back to throw, and I know this feeling, it's horrible as a quarterback. It feels like there's 20 defenders out there on this defense.
1 play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
Inside.
Now running for the first time with Jalen Warren. And his drive forward halted after a couple of yards. Bobby Okereke making that stop. 3rd and 4 coming up now. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. Forced out to his right. Austin's there to haul it in. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Johnson gets it on 1st and 10. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. The Steelers calling their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Rodgers here from the gun. Roman Wilson reels it in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. He sure did.
Boswell to add the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Steelers grow their lead yet again. Now Boswell on to send this away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. "19 seconds remain in our opening half. Let's see what they do with it. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Escapes the pocket. Incomplete pass, and we're down to 12 seconds remaining.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open and risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Throwing with a blitz on the way. Caught, nice gain left side. And he flips the field for them before being taken down. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
1st and 10, looking to throw. And this falls incomplete with just 2 seconds remaining. Lucky that didn't end as an interception. And now it's second down.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, he just couldn't quite hang on.
Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense. And they can try for some points going into the break. Graham Gano and the Giants field goal unit out. This will be a 45-yard look from the left hash. The kick by Gonzalez is good. And that lowers the gap to 25 points. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Gano ready to send this away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Drive begins with a run by Johnson. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Tyler Newbin with the tackle. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. A run from Warren here to start the 3rd. And he'll get it up to the 44. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down.
You know, coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a third down on this possession, or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Trying the left side with Johnson. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Drew Phillips making the tackle.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
It's Johnson on 2nd down. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. Complete beyond the marker. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh 1st down. We give to Johnson on the option. And he's got a nice run. That reaches the 26. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
On the ground again with Johnson. Runs into traffic and hits a wall. No gain. Brought to a halt by Deonte Banks. Nothing gained or lost on that run, and now it's 3rd and 3.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they got to tackle behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
Now Rodgers on 3rd and short. He has the first over the middle. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff to Johnson. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
This is a guy who, man, when he is in a groove, when he is feeling it, you're just not going to bring him down with an arm tackle. You better buckle up. You need a textbook tackle on this guy. Wrap, grab some cloth, and drive him to the ground with all you got.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Johnson up the middle. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead? Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, Rodgers. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play. A dependable kicker, man, that is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
Now Boswell on to send this away. He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
A give right side to Tracy. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3. From the 32. Completed over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
They'll go left side with Tracy. Blast through midfield. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20. They'll run here following the penalty. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down.
Let's go now.
Back now, pressure on its way. Oh no, they get him yet again. Darius Slay has it. And the Steelers take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season.
That throw has got to be the last we've seen of him this contest. How they leave him in when the defense is clearly all over whatever he's trying to throw. The amount of frustration he is feeling is only going to lead to additional miscues. Please, for the love of God, take this man out.
Cowboy 80. Go.
Play action on 1st down. He misfired on that one. It's behind his man.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Now an inside give to Johnson. Jukes one defender. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You spring a big gain like that, Kate, on the interior, 9 times out of 10, that O-line decisively won their matchup with the big fellas up front. They got those pads down. They created leverage, and they opened up that running lane.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Ready.
1st down from the red zone. That one's incomplete in the end zone.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
Go.
Trying an inside give to Warren. And they'll stop him after a short gain to the 13. Only a yard for him that time, so now 3rd and 9.
Ready up. Let's go.
Only 1 quarter remains in our final game of the week. That's the end of the... So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9.
Ready.
This is Johnson heading right. That's a pickup of 9, but they're not going to avoid 4th down. That's coming up.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Facing 4th down, the Steelers opting for the field goal. Chris Boswell out to do the honors. This only a chip shot from the right hash.
Yet another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
Now Boswell on to send this away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. The pass is incomplete, but hold on here. We've got a flag on the field. Here's the call. Well, we knew it, Brock, and now they know it too. That one was on their defense. They're set up at the 35 now. 1st down. Here's Russ. He's got him. That's Tracy. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 43. Neighbors with a catch. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. Russ now from the gun. Into the hands of Neighbors. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10.
1st down, New York.
Russ is cooking again. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's going to take this across. Touchdown, New York. The Giants making the scoreboard look a touch better. Malik Neighbors with the touchdown. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
Throwing again. Here's Wilson. And the pass succeeds. A little momentum builder as they try to dig into this deficit.
I always say about the NFL game, it's a game of matchups. And that time they get the matchup they want, and they go right to it. It's a risky call throwing it for 2, but that risk pays off.
To kick off for New York.
The Giants using their 1st time out. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. Not really much of an avenue left for a comeback in this one, but they still have to try the onside kick here. And this is recovered by the Steeler hands team. And they bring him down around the 34. Well, I guess they kind of had to do it here, Brock.
Yeah, it's called a have to. Yeah, kind of have to at this point of the game, huh?
Okay, but like most things in this game, it did not work out for them.
Yeah, let's face it, even if they do recover that, probably not going to find a way to win. But this is a time where you work on things, where you do build to the following week. Got to find a way to flush this because it's just not been their kind of game.
Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's a Steelers 1st down.
Kate, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug of war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it. And we'll move to the next.
Here's Johnson again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They got 2 yards there, and that leaves them with 3rd down and 5. That brings us to the 2-minute warning in Pittsburgh. Steelers about to stay unbeaten once again. 5 men in the secondary for the G-men now, ahead of third down.
Here we go, set. Cougar 19. Go.
Back to throw. He finds Woods. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. 9-yard pickup, and it sets him up with first and goal.
Set it.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Set go.
They'll run with Johnson. And he gets them a little closer to the end zone, down to the 6. It's a gain of 2 on the play. Still some work to do on second and goal.
Hey, I get it on first and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. It's a gain of 2, and now they have third and goal at the 3.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make a difficult fourth down decision.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Well, Brock, the fans, all right, here we go, Steelers, as they take the win on the North Shore. And as we play in October, they have kept their perfect start to the season going. To the point, Brock, I think you could argue they might be the league's best team in the front half of this campaign. So that'll do it for this one. With Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from Pittsburgh.